Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, pupils of the local school, I am delighted and honored to be here in Pordenone as the guest of the Delica Festival. My only regret is that I cannot speak to you in Italian, but I will say a few sentences in English, and my devoted interpreter, Licia, will translate everything beautifully into Italian. Ladies and gentlemen, Pordenone is a small town, and I come from an even smaller town, Arad, in the Negev desert. Population 29,000. Pordenone is a very ancient historical town, and I come from an even more ancient town because the Israelite town of Arad existed in the days of King Solomon 1,000 years before Christ. But it was ruined, destroyed, and rebuilt again only 45 years ago. So it's an old town and a new town, and you can imagine how I feel about being here in Pordenone, which I regard now as a sister town of Arad. Moreover, you live in a peaceful country, in a peaceful environment, on a peaceful continent. I come from a very troubled and tortured part of the world, Israel, the Middle East. The Israelis and the Palestinians are involved in a terrible tragedy. I call it a tragedy because both sides are right. The country, the disputed country, is very small. It is about the size of Sicily, not huge. The Palestinians claim this country as their one and only homeland, and they are right. The Israelis claim the same country as their one and only homeland, and they are also right. My colleagues in the peace movement, Israelis and Palestinians, have always believed that the only solution is to divide the house into two smaller apartments and become good neighbors, Israel next door to Palestine. How long this will take, I cannot tell you. It's difficult to be a prophet coming from the land of the prophets. There is too much competition in the prophecy business. But I can assure you that my colleagues and I have been working on a compromise between Israel and Palestine. Compromise is going to be painful because no one is going to get everything they want. All compromises are painful by definition. There are no happy compromises. But the compromise between Israel and Palestine will come. Israel and Palestine will become two next-door neighbors. Country next door to another country. Israel next door to Palestine. In all my literary works, in all my novels and stories, I have been working and writing for a human coexistence between rivals. Human coexistence between men and women, between parent and child, between neighbors. Coexistence based on imagining the other. Let me conclude by telling you that I believe the great gift of literature, the great gift of the novel, the great gift of the short story, the great gift of the drama is that it makes us capable of imagining the other. It takes us under the skins of very different people and makes us imagining the other. I believe imagining the other is a moral obligation. I will also tell you a secret. I believe that imagining the other is a very great human delight, a very great pleasure. And I wish you all, especially the young among you, the school students, I wish you all the gift of being able to imagine the other all your life. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, citizens and councillors of Pordenone. Thank everybody. Thank you very much.